It's twins! Hey, it's Bobi, aka Paginator, and I have 2 journals for my Etsy shop. So these journals are very similar. They're kind of like fraternal twins, like my cousins Josh and John. Born on the same day, same mom, you know, same everything, but they're not identical. So we're gonna take a look at one of these, kind of slowly go bit by bit, and then the second one will do more of just a non-talking flip through with some music. We have just a closure with some Starry Silk and eyelash trim. The cover is made from an old dress that I found at a thrift shop, and the entire dress cost me $6. Originally, this was gonna be one journal, and I had made so many papers and collected so many things for it that I thought, you know what, this has to be 2. And it's a good thing because you see how chunky this thing is? Can you imagine a journal twice this size? It'd be like 8 signatures. Let's dive on in and learn what it's all about. All right, so we're greeted with this beautiful young lady. This journal is inspired by the movie Labyrinth, starring David Bowie and Jennifer Connelly, you know, from the 80s. And this movie has a very special place in my heart for a lot of reasons. It's kind of a cult classic, cult favorite kind of movie. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. I know you can get it on Prime. I'm not sure where else you can find it to watch. But the little creatures that we're going to see on these kind of pages, they're loosely inspired by the goblins in this movie. There are going to be some things that look very much like the movie and some things that are just kind of representational. And there are going to be some things that are just my own artist's interpretation of things. So I will link all the Etsy shops below where I got my printables. And I will also have an Etsy shop where I got some physical ephemera. It was just a giant pack of Labyrinth themed ephemera. So if you want to check any of those out, you're welcome to check the links below. So let's just go ahead and start. You can see some of these little, the ephemera pack that I bought, they were called trolls. So that's what I'm going to call them. But again, they're representing goblins in the movie. So this little troll, she's kind of maybe got scales or something. Anyway, really cute. And then we have Sarah, and here I put I wish. We have a jumbo tag that has some writing space on the back, and we have our worm saying hello. It's just held on with paper clips. This is a maze paper. Oh, I should show you. Okay, let's take this off. So this is a printable from Barbara, 49 Dragonflies. I'm not going to be able to remember all the Etsy shops, but I definitely always know when I have something from Barbara. This is just scrapbook paper. I like clipping on things sometimes just because then whoever gets this journal can move it to any place they want and they don't have an empty pocket to deal with or whatever. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of pockets and tuck spots in this journal, but not everything needs to be in like that. Here we have a tuck spot that says the babe with the power, and we've got this Jareth card. This comes from a Labyrinth theme tarot set, and on all of these type of cards I've got some coffee and bubble dyed paper on the back for writing space. I was hoping I could find like an image of Jareth seated so that I could put him on this kind of throne thing, but I never could find one. This is kind of reminiscent of the Talking Stone guys. I have a little card here. There's Sarah reading a book. Owl is a big part of the movie. These papers are from Barbara. Look at her. So cute. They're little berries. The tuck spot here is stained with Chip Sapphire Distress Oxide, and then there's a piece of this lace from the cover material. Another card here. Another card that clips in. And one here. We got Sarah running. This is almost like a giant dragonfly is chasing her, which I didn't realize it would look like that until after she was glued down. I'm like, oops. But it's still kind of cool. And here we have a tag. Just kind of tucked in right here. This, you'll see several pieces of this. This is the ruffle that was part of the dress. It was around the collar area, not really collar, but like around the neckline. So when you see the ruffles, that's what that is from. And look, there's our little worm friend down there. Of course, we've got some coffee dyed paper. There's Hoggle. There's another Hoggle. Another worm. This is a flip out, writing space on the back. There's Jareth singing, and we've got some coffee dyed braille paper here just for a little mini cluster. There's another Hoggle, and behind Hoggle you might be able to see there's some handmade paper with fibers in it, kind of textured paper. In this journal, you're going to see some of this that's white, and in the other one, you're going to see some that's kind of a brown or tan color. Here's an owl, and then we've got a card tucked in there. All right, so these are the dogs on the doorway. One of them tells the truth, and one of them always lies. We've got a couple of cards tucked in here. I love this guy. He's like the grandpa. Look at her. Oh, so cute. Now this character, of course, reminds me of Ludo. Slightly different look, but you know. This is the old man with the bird hat. Here is a Ludo tarot card. Here we have the Fire Gang, and I got a piece of fabric from my scrap bowl and kind of just put that down underneath just for a little bit of interest. It has some reds in it and stuff, which I think goes well with the Fire Gang. They're kind of my least favorite part of the movie, to be honest, but I know a lot of people like them. We've got some Ludo pieces saying friend. She's so cute. It's the door knockers tucked inside a Ludo tuck spot. Some more ruffle. And a door knocker here. Some more Fire Gang. This card was from a different deck of cards that had some strange fictional creatures. So I have a Ludo one in the other journal, and then we've got a Fire Gang guy in this one. And this is a journaling card. Lots of writing space on both of these pages. There's Jareth's eyes. I mean, I was thinking about this while I was making these journals. If we made Labyrinth now, like, I'm not suggesting a remake because we don't need to mess with it. It was genius the first time, and I don't think we could make it now. But if we were to make it now, who would be the androgynous, like, beautiful man who could play the Goblin King? And the only person I can think of is Adam Lambert. What do you guys think? Here we just have a piece of ruffle. I just, for some reason, felt like I needed another piece of that right there. And maybe it's like a dress for this girl when she goes to a party. I don't know. This one kind of looks a little bit amphibious, which I think is cute. Here's a Ludo journaling card, and he's tucked into a Sir Didymus tuck spot. Sir Didymus cracks me up. He's like a dog riding a dog. And he's such a knight in shining armor kind of character. He's awesome. There's Jareth holding out one of his little orb things. And this is placed here very particularly because in our next section, our signature and the third signature in both of these journals is all about the dream and the ball scene as the world falls down when after Sarah eats the peach and she's starting to go into that crazy headspace. So finishing up this signature with a couple of cute pages. And now we're going into this. The third signature in both of these journals is very different, okay? I wanted it to be a separate thing because when Sarah is in that dream state and she's in the ball, everything is so magical and so surreal, and it's just different. So you're going to see different trims, different fabrics, different papers, things being used here than the other 3 signatures. So we've got this piece of lace. Now this lace is very special to me. I still have some of it left. I'm not giving it all away in this project, but this was a piece of lace given to me by my mom, and it was remains from a dress that she had made for herself. And I have very like vivid images of her wearing this dress. So that's kind of special to me. And so the lace kind of opens us up into this dreamy place. And we're going to see lots of blues and whites, as well as we've got some eco-dyed paper from Barbara. This is a vellum paper here. You have a shimmery pocket and a journaling card. This came from and one of the Etsy shops that'll be linked below. I realize Sarah is not a blonde, but you know what? It came in the kit that I purchased. Okay, here's our first look at some holographic paper. So you might remember that Janie sent me some holographic paper for Christmas, and this is the first time I'm using it. And these prints that the holographic paper is with are from Louisa Heinzel. Okay, now we have kind of a faux fur white thing. I found this trim at Hobby Lobby, and it was on clearance, and so I bought like 2 rolls of it. And okay, white, it goes with the blue and white, and there's just a couple of pieces in here. This is a circle cutout from a big shaker card that we'll see in a little bit, and there's Jareth and Sarah. Oh, this holographic paper, I'm just in love with it. I got a little flip with that ribbon, and there's some layers of different lace and the white lace and the dress trim. And we've got a couple of cards in this pocket. This is the dancers. And again, Jareth. I think these ones are Louisa too. The blue with the white flowers. Here we've got an envelope that's kind of like a glassine dyed envelope. It's really crinkly. And it's got this kind of, I think of it as like a neckline. Like if you think of a men's shirt, like the collar are folded down here. Anyway, there's just some extra journaling cards and things tucked inside this one. And here we've got another one that says As the World Falls Down, which is the name of the song that Jareth sings in the dream sequence. Here's another faux fur pocket, and we've got this beautiful card. The back of all the holographic paper, I did coffee and bubble dyeing on the back. One of my favorite things to do. Here's another journaling card. More vellum. Eco-dyed paper. And here is the lace signaling the end of the 3rd signature. So in the 4th signature, we're back to the little trolls and that kind of thing for the rest of the journal. We've got Jareth here with, he's just glued down with a little like fabric-y bit background to give it some definition. Fussy cut Jareth here. Top tuck spot, this has the Junk Lady on it, and then we've got Sir Didymus and Ambrosius. Tuck spot here with another tag, and this one has the little speech that Sarah says to Jareth, through dangers untold, and you know, all that stuff. This is a flip out card, and it's Sir Didymus and Ambrosius, and there's a paper clip here just to kind of help it stay when you don't need it open. Here is Ludo with some more of that handmade paper there. There's Sir Didymus again. This lantern was freaking gorgeous. I just imagined it would be like somewhere in the Labyrinth, hanging up somewhere. I don't know. More ruffles, another lantern. Here we've got a little pocket and this card with a maze on it. This one says, it's only forever, not long at all. I shouldn't try to sing David Bowie songs. Here's Baby Toby, journaling card. This little pocket has this card, and this is some of the lyrics from that same song that he's singing while Sarah's running up and down the stairs every which way. And here, I wrote this out, and I'm still not sure how I like it, but I mean, whoever gets this can have some of my handwriting, I guess. Or they can cover it up if they don't like it. It says, "You have no power over me," because she has to tell him that. And here's just a little bit that has her same speech, and you could use it as a tuck spot or just leave it here. This one has Ludo and says, "Should you need us?" And then we have a journaling card that also says, "Should you need us?" with a whole bunch of characters from the movie. I love that line, "Should you need us?" And I have a print of it with some of the characters in my office. Here's a corner tuck spot with Jareth there, and we've got an owl card, and then this is one of the mini shaker tags that we made in that other video with the pocket on it. And this little cutie pie and this guy. And then we're at the end with the cover. So if you're interested in buying one of these, I want to make a distinction. This one is number 85. And then the next one I'm going to show you is number 86. All right. So for number 86, I'm going to stop talking and just flip through. I'll put on some music for you to listen to while you look. And you can just kind of take in the differences and similarities between these two journals.
In the shadows I will tread through the labyrinth of your soul, face my fears as you have said, to win your heart, that's my goal. Climb the mountains, touch the sky, every storm I'll brave tonight. In your eyes where starlight hides, I will fight till morning's light. For your love I am reborn, in your gaze I find my way, every step towards the dawn, earn your heart day by day. Through the trials I'll endure, whisper vows under the moon. In each challenge I am sure, by your side I'll be there soon. Wander deserts, crossing seas, through the darkness chase your dream. Hear the call on twilight breeze, love unbreakable it seems. For your love I am reborn, in your gaze I find my way, every step towards the dawn, earn your heart day by day. For your love I am reborn, in your gaze I find my way, every step towards the dawn, earn your heart day by day.
Okay, so here are our twins. Again, the first one was 85, the second one's 86. If you're looking in the shop, that's how they're going to be distinguished in the listings. I know words. I am going to be making writing boards to go with each one of these because of all the chunkiness and stuff, just to make it a little bit easier to work in. But otherwise, what you see is what you get. So I hope you've enjoyed these. They will be for sale in my Etsy shop, and you may use the code YouTube up through February 15th for 10% off. Have a wonderful, magical, and bookish day. Happy reading, crafting, or journaling. Adios.